Alright, let me ask you something. Have you been losing gunfights that you know you should have won? Like, you had the drop on someone, your crosshair was right there, and somehow you still ended up in the kill cam? Yeah, it might not be your skills, my friend. It might be your mouse holding you back. The FPS mouse game has completely changed this year, and today I'm breaking down the 7 best mice that are absolutely dominating the competitive scene right now. We're talking everything from insane 36-gram featherweights to absolute powerhouse mice packed with more buttons than you'll ever need. All the links are in the description. Let's get into it. Kicking things off, we have the Razer V4 Pro, and honestly, this thing is a game changer for anyone who loves ergonomic shapes. Now, if you've been gaming for a while, you know the Death Adder name, but this V4 Pro is a completely different animal. Razer somehow squeezed this full-sized Erggo shape down to 56 grams, which is absolutely wild when you pick it up. The weight distribution is what really gets me though, because it feels perfectly balanced instead of back-heavy, almost like it's just an extension of your arm. The new optical scroll wheel fixes that mushy feeling older versions had, and it's basically immortal since it uses light instead of mechanical parts. Picture this, you're holding a tight angle in Valorant, palms are sweaty, and you need to make that tiny micro adjustment for the headshot. The 56 grams give you instant stopping power without that sluggish inertia heavier Erggo mice used to have. If you're a palm or claw gripper who wants the absolute best ergonomic option, this is it. Premium price for sure, but you're getting premium performance. Now, let's talk about the mouse you've probably seen on every pro player's desk, the Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2. There's a reason this thing is everywhere at tournaments, and that reason is pure reliability. Logitech kept that universally loved potato shape that somehow works for like 99% of hands and grip styles, so if you're not sure what you like, this is the safest bet out there. But under the hood, they've upgraded everything with the Hero 2 sensor and these new Light Force hybrid switches that finally give you that crisp mechanical click without the double-clicking nightmares from the first generation. Here's something super cool for anyone upgrading. The sensor can actually copy the feel of your old mouse, so you don't have to spend weeks retraining your muscle memory. Unlike the Death Adder, which locks you into that ergonomic tilt, the Superlight 2 lets you switch between claw and fingertip whenever you want. Battery life is basically magic at this point. It feels like it runs for weeks. The stock feet are a bit scratchy, and you might want to upgrade those eventually, but the sheer consistency of this mouse keeps it at the top. Okay? But what if 60 grams still feels too heavy? Enter the Corsair Saber V2 Pro Ultralight at a mind-bending 36 grams, and yes, this completely changes how aiming feels. It's built for low-sense players who need to fling their mouse across the pad without any fatigue, and tracking fast targets feels instantaneous, like you're moving your hand through air instead of pushing a peripheral. One feature I absolutely love is the Web Hub thing, where you can configure everything through your browser without installing IQE software, which tournament players are going to appreciate big time. If you're playing characters like Jet or Tracer and constantly doing 180 flicks, this eliminates that wrist strain you usually get after a few hours. Fair warning, going from 60 grams to 36 is jarring at first. You'll definitely overflick until you adjust. The shell is thinner to hit that weight, so it won't feel as tank-like as some others, but those quick strike buttons make tap firing feel incredibly responsive. Now for something completely different. The Ragnarok Erggo Strike 7 takes shooter mouse literally with this wild vertical gun grip design that looks more like a pistol than a mouse. It even has a vibration motor that simulates recoil when you click. Look, this isn't the mouse you're taking to ranked because that vertical clicking motion can throw off your horizontal aim. But for immersion, nothing else comes close. The vertical position is actually amazing if you deal with wrist pain or RSI since it forces your arm into that neutral handshake position. Load up a single-player campaign, and that solenoid kick adds a tactile layer to firing that standard mice just can't replicate. Fair warning, the motor can get a bit noisy, so maybe don't use it during family nap time. But for solo sessions in Cyberpunk or Far Cry, it transforms the experience. Great secondary mouse when you want to relax instead of sweating in competitive lobbies. Swinging back to the feature-packed side, the Logitech G502X Plus is the latest version of probably the world's most popular gaming mouse. This is your do-it-all hybrid for anyone who plays shooters but also dives into MMOs, edits videos, and needs a productivity beast. 13 programmable buttons, including that iconic sniper button on the thumb, means you can map your entire loadout right to the mouse, which is way faster than reaching across the keyboard in games like Tarkov. The dual-mode scroll wheel switches between precise ratchet mode and free spin infinite scroll instantly. and honestly, it's just as useful for scrolling documents as it is for navigating loot menus. Unlike the Saber, which is all about removing weight, the G502 embraces its mass at over 100 grams, giving you that planted feel Hisense wrist aimers often prefer. The new Lightforce switches do have a distinct ping sound that's louder than before, just so you know. Beautiful RGB, rock-solid build, and for the person who wants one high-end device to handle every game plus work from home duties, this is the versatility king. For high-tier performance without the premium price, the HyperX Pulsefire Haste 2S is the value champion of 2025. No question. HyperX dropped the honeycomb holes from the previous gen and delivered a solid shell that's easier to clean and feels more robust while staying under 60 grams. The sensor tracks just as accurately as flagship mice from Razer or Logitech, proving you don't need to spend a fortune for esports-ready performance. Battery life hits a legit 100 hours, so you'll rarely grab that charging cable. The shape is a safe medium-sized symmetrical design that works for almost everyone. One thing, the sensor sits slightly higher on the body than most mice, which changes your aim arc a bit if you're a wrist aimer. Takes maybe an hour to adjust, but actually allows for snappier vertical flicks. Unlike the G502 with all its buttons and weight, the Haste 2S strips everything back to raw performance. It even comes with grip tape in the box, which most companies charge extra for. If you're a student or just want top performance without dropping serious cash, this mouse punches way above its weight class. Finally, the Razer Basilisk V4 Pro takes everything great about that G502 style and adds Razer's cutting-edge tech on top. The Focus Pro 35K sensor offers ridiculous tracking even on thick glass, and the Hyper Scroll tilt wheel might be the best scroll wheel on any mouse right now. Smart Reel mode automatically switches from tactile clicking to free spin when you flick hard, letting you blast through inventory without pressing anything. This is also the RGB king with 13-zone chroma underglow that syncs with games to react to your health or environment. Like the G502, it's heavier and not ideal for flick-heavy competitive play, but it's amazing for comfort in single-player games or slower tactical shooters. The Hypershift feature lets you hold a button to give every other button a secondary function, which is incredible for games like Destiny 2. If you want the luxury wireless experience with every feature imaginable, the Basilisk V4 Pro delivers premium from the rubberized grips to the optical switches. So here's the breakdown. Hardcore competitor who wants the best Erggo shape? Hire Razer Death Adder V4 Pro. Safest tournament-ready pick that never lets you down? Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2. Speed freak who wants zero resistance? 36-gram Corsair Saber V2 Pro. Need buttons for MMOs and a scroll wheel for work? Toss up between the G502X Plus and Basilisk V4 Pro. Go Logitech for battery and buttons, Razer for the superior scroll and RGB. Best value without compromising performance? HyperX Pulsefire Haste 2S. And if you deal with wrist pain or just want to feel recoil in your campaigns, the Ragnarok Erggo Strike 7 is a fun, unique option.